SA 560 deals with subsequent events, auditor's responsibility with respect to subsequent events. First of all, we will discuss what is the objective, or first of all we'll discuss what is the meaning of the term subsequent event. Let us discuss this with the help of an example. Let's say this is the timeline. Now here on 31st March 2024 financial statements will be prepared. This will be the date of financial statements, and let's say on 15th April 2024 financial statements have been approved by management, and on 30 April 2024 auditor is giving his audit report. That is, date of audit report is 30 April 2024, and these audited financial statements, they are issued to the public on 15th May 2024. Now these are the dates. Now if you see the events that occur between date of financial statements and the date of approval of financial statements, these will be considered as subsequent events as per accounting standards and Indian accounting standards. This one just for the information I have told you. You have to remember the subsequent event definition as per auditing standard. Now as per auditing standards, the events that occur between date of financial statements and date of approval of financial statements, let us call them as subsequent event number 1. See, the auditing standard has not divided it into subsequent event 1, 2, 3, but for the purpose of easily understanding, I am dividing it into subsequent event 1. Next, those events that occur between date of approval of financial statements and date of auditor's report will be subsequent event 2. Okay, so all the events that occur between date of financial statements and date of auditor's report will be subsequent event 1. Okay, will be subsequent event 1 and subsequent event 2. Okay, both taken together. Next, the facts which are known to the auditor after the date of auditor's report, but they were existence or they were inexistent before the date of audit report, are known as subsequent event number 3. Okay, these subsequent event number 3 is there na. These events, they are present here only. Okay, but the fact about those events is known to the auditor in this period or in this period. Okay, we will call it as subsequent event number 3. Hope that is clear. Now see, this entire portion is there na. If you see, this entire portion from here to here will be known as subsequent event for the purpose of SA 560, and for the purpose of proper reporting and properly understanding, I have divided it into 3 subsequent events. Okay, and you need to remember about subsequent event 3. Okay, this event has occurred in this period only, but the fact about that event is known to the auditor in this period. Okay, yes. Now SA 560 deals with the following: audit procedures when there are events occurring between the date of financial statements and date of auditor's report, that is subsequent event 1 and subsequent event 2 occur. Okay, about those both it is speaking. Next, audit procedures when there are facts which become known to the auditor after the date of auditor's report but before the date financial statements are issued. This is subsequent event number 3. Next, audit procedures when there are facts which become known to the auditor after financial statements have been issued. Okay, that means those subsequent events which are known to the auditor in this period, okay, after financial statements have been issued. Hope that is clear. So SA 560 will deal with all these 3 aspects. So how the auditor has to deal with this aspect, that will be dealt by SA 560. Now firstly we will see audit procedures that the auditor has to perform with respect to subsequent event 1 and 2. That means events that are occurring between date of balance sheet and the date of auditor's report. See, audit procedures to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence that all events occurring between date of financial statements and date of audit report that require adjustment of or disclosure in the financial statements have been identified. Okay, with respect to this, what audit procedures auditor will perform? First of all, auditor will understand the procedures that the management has established to ensure that subsequent events are identified. Okay, to identify subsequent events, what procedures management has established, those procedures will be understood by the auditor. Next, he will inquire whether any subsequent events occurred which might affect the financial statements. Okay, he will also inquire with the management whether any subsequent events that affect the financial statements has occurred, and he will also read minutes of meeting and also entities latest subsequent interim financial statements. All these procedures he will perform with respect to identification of subsequent event 1 and 2. Next, this is subsequent event number 3. Facts which become known to the auditor after the date of auditor's report but before the date financial statements are issued. This will form, or this will form in subsequent event number 3, fall in subsequent event number 3. See, after the date of auditor's report but before the date financial statements are issued, fact becomes known to the auditor that had it been known to the auditor at the date of auditor's report may have caused the auditor to amend the auditor's report. Then auditor shall discuss the matter with management and determine whether the financial statements need amendment. Okay, now a fact has come, fact has known to the auditor after the date of audit report, and that event has occurred before the date of audit report only. Now in this situation, if at all he would have known about that fact before issuing the audit report only, then he would have asked the management to adjust it in the financial statements. But it is known to the auditor after issue of, or not after issue of audit report. In this situation, auditor has to first of all discuss this matter with the management and determine whether there is any necessity to amend the financial statements, and inquire how management intends to address this matter. Okay, how management is planning to address this matter. Auditor should ask this with the management. Next, para 12 of SA 560. This is very much important. Now, see, first of all, I'll read this paragraph, then I'll explain you. When law or applicable financial reporting framework does not prohibit management from restricting the amendment of financial statement to the effects of subsequent events or events causing that amendment, and those responsible for approving the financial statements are not prohibited from restricting their approval to the amendment, auditor is permitted to restrict the audit procedure on subsequent event required in paragraph to that amendment. In such cases, the auditor shall either amend the auditor's report to include additional date restricted to the amendment, we will be calling it as dual dating, or auditor can provide new or amended audit report including emphasis of matter or other matter paragraph. What is this all about? Now let me tell you. See, now let's say on 15th May 2025, auditor has issued audit report. This is the date of audit report. That means on this date, the financial statements would have adjusted all the subsequent events that have occurred from 31st March 2025 to 15th May 2025. All these subsequent events would have occurred. Now he has given his audit report on this date. Now on 6th June 2025, auditor has come to know about a particular fact which was present before the date of audit report only. Now because of this, the financial statements has to be amended. That means the audit report date will pass this date. Okay, if the management amends the financial statements, auditor, he has to give his audit report again on the amended financial statements. So auditor report, let's say for example, after the management has amended the financial statements, auditor has given his audit report on 10th June 2025. Now, in this amended audit report, for the purpose of this amended audit report, subsequent events means the events that are occurring between date of balance sheet till the date of audit report. Now, if you see, the date of new audit report is 10th June 2025. That means all the events that occurred between 15th May 2025 to 10th June 2025 will also become subsequent events as per the definition of subsequent event, right? But paragraph 12 says that if management restricts its amendment only for this fact, then auditor can also restrict his opinion only for this fact. He need not consider all these events that occur between these dates as subsequent events. He can restrict his opinion only for this fact. Hope you understood this. Okay, if management can restrict amendment of financial statements only to this particular fact, then auditor can also restrict his opinion only to that particular fact. He need not consider all the events that occurred between these two dates as subsequent events. Okay, because here you are providing amended audit report. You need not consider all these events that occur between 15th May 2025 to 10th June 2025 as subsequent events. Okay, only events that occurred between 31st March 2025 to 15th May 2025 can be considered as subsequent events. Okay, if management has restricted its amendment only to this particular fact. Hope you understood this. Okay, this is the meaning of that particular paragraph 12. Now, in this situation, what the auditor can do is, auditor, he can give dual dating in his audit report. That means for all the events that occurred till 15th May 2025, the date of audit report will be 15th May 2025. Okay, for all those subsequent events. But only for this particular fact, the date of audit report will be 10th June. Okay, so like this, he can give dual dating for the audit report. Or if he wants, he can amend and give a new audit report as on this particular date. Hope you understood this. See, provide new or amended audit report including emphasis of matter or other matter paragraph. Next, reporting in case of subsequent event 3, that is facts which have known to the auditor after the financial statements or after the audit report has been issued. See, in such a situation, if management agrees to amend the financial statements, then and paragraph 12 is applicable. Paragraph 12 applicable means we have discussed that just now. Management has restricted the amendment only to that particular fact. In such a situation, auditor can amend auditor's report to include additional date restricted to that amendment. Provide new or amended audit report including emphasis of matter or other paragraph. Okay, any of the two options is available to the auditor. If paragraph 12 is not applicable to the situation, then extend audit procedures till the date of new audit report and issue new audit report dating not earlier than the amended financial statements. Okay, if paragraph 12 is not applicable, then the events that occurred between date of old audit report and the date of new audit report will also be considered as subsequent events and auditor has to consider them also. Okay, if paragraph 12 is not applicable. Next, if management doesn't agree to amend the financial statements, in such a situation, modify if report is not yet provided, or if report is provided, ask management not to issue further until amended. Okay, if you have not yet provided the audit report, then you will modify your opinion and you will give the audit report. If in case you have already provided the audit report, if report is provided, then you will ask the management not to issue this audit report until amended. Next, another situation, facts which become known to the auditor after financial statements have been issued. See, in the earlier situation we have discussed facts which have become known to the auditor after audit report is issued. to the management. Still management has not issued the financial statements to public. In this situation, we are speaking about facts which become known to the auditor after management has issued the financial statements, audited financial statements to the public. In such a situation, the reporting will be just like similar to the previous one that we have discussed, but with a small change. See, after the financial statements have been issued, a fact becomes known to the auditor that had it been known to the auditor at the date of auditor's report, may have caused the auditor to amend the auditor's report. The auditor shall discuss the matter with management, determine whether the financial statements need amendment, same just like we have seen earlier, inquire how management intends to address the matter. Now going to the reporting part, see how you will report. If management takes steps to inform users and amend financial statements, okay, if management takes steps to inform users that users you don't rely on the financial statements that we have given you, we are going to amend it. If management amends the financial statements and paragraph 12 is applicable to the case, okay, paragraph 12 is applicable, then auditor will amend the auditor's report to include additional date restricted to the amendment, that is dual dating, or provide a new or amended audit report including emphasis of matter or other matter paragraph. If paragraph 12 is not applicable to the case, in such a situation, see, extend audit procedures till date of new audit report and issue new audit report dating not earlier than the amended financial statements. Okay, you need to consider the events occurring between the old audit report date and the new audit report date also as subsequent events in your audit report. Next, if management refuses, see, if management doesn't take necessary steps and doesn't agree to amend the financial statements, in such a situation, notify management and those charged with governance that the auditor will seek to prevent a future reliance on the auditor's report. Okay, you need to notify the management and those charged with governance that auditor will take whatever the action that is necessary, or you should ask the management to please ask the users not to rely on the financial statements that you have issued. If management doesn't take any steps to prevent users from relying on the financial statements that it has issued, then auditor he himself will take the steps. See, despite of such notification, management takes no action, then auditor shall take action to prevent users from reliance on auditor's report. Okay, so this is SA 560 subsequent events.